Since 2015, Tara Zier, a successful dentist from Washington, D.C., had been trying to discover what was causing her shortness of breath, fatigue, difficulty walking, and excruciating back pain. The symptoms struck not long after her husband's death.
At that point, I was feeling an enormous amount of stress from that event and was extremely worried about my children. They were grieving. I was grieving.
After consulting with endocrinologist, psychiatrist, rheumatologist, cardiologist, and a myriad of other doctors, she still didn't know what was happening, and her symptoms were getting worse.
I could barely get off the couch. I couldn't take care of my kids. My in-laws actually moved in with me. I had to hire someone to live with me.
Finally, in 2017, Zier found a neurologist who diagnosed her with stiff person syndrome, a rare neurological disorder with features of an autoimmune disease. There is no treatment, only eliminating the symptoms. Only 1 person in a million suffers from the syndrome.
It takes on average 7 years to diagnose. 7. Like, it's insane. And that's because it's often misdiagnosed as multiple sclerosis, MS, Parkinson's, psychological disorders.
Tara went through a few rehabilitation courses in Mayo Clinic, which has improved her life considerably. Meanwhile, halfway around the world in Australia and Tasmania, ultra-distance runner Shane James, nicknamed the Tasmanian Devil, knows those symptoms well. He suffers from the same condition.
You feel that drained or you're in that much pain, and it's just such a grind where it's 24/7, day in, day out, and you live with it, and you know that you're going to live with it the rest of your life.
Tara fought back by writing a book and founding Stiff Person Syndrome Research Foundation, a non-profit organization that raises funds to study the disease. She has managed to collect enough to finance the first research on the illness at Johns Hopkins University.
My role in this really is to take that 7-year number and squeeze that down, and so people can get diagnosed properly. It's given me purpose.
James has been hoping all his life that someone would start to research the syndrome and met Tara through Facebook. So he decided to help her foundation and draw attention to the syndrome by running 880 kilometers through Tasmania.
You've really got a choice. It's up to you. And my choice was to fight, and really fight damn hard. I mean, the hardest that you can't imagine how hard you have to really fight. And then you keep going.
What you've been able to do, it's unbelievable to me, and I'm forever grateful for you for doing this.
It took James 3 weeks to run the 880 kilometers, and the $20,000 he raised were passed to Zier's foundation to fund research on the syndrome. Maxim Moskalkov for VOA News, Washington.